Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Ethan, Netflix Gamer, and today I want to talk about why Netflix games isn't being as heavily advertised as you'd think it would be at this point. And obviously, I wanted to say before I get into it, everything I'm saying in this video is just speculation, it's just my thoughts. I don't actually have any confirmation of any of this. So let's get into it. So, for those who don't know, Netflix games launched back in 2021, and it's not been heavily advertised. Like, it launched with 5 games. Obviously, I think. I know 2 of them were Stranger Things games, and obviously that's sort of where it went. Obviously, over time they've obviously added more games. It's obviously currently only on mobile, but they have spoken about doing cloud gaming, and they want to do cloud gaming, and they're obviously developing a game for the PC. So we could see cloud gaming in the future. Now, for those of you that don't know, Netflix hasn't really advertised Netflix games. They've obviously mentioned it like Tadam, and obviously they did the trailer and that before when it first came out. But besides that, Netflix games isn't really advertised that much, and I want to give my theory why. My theory being, at the minute, Netflix wants to build up a small, want to build up at least a big enough catalogue of games that makes them feel like it's worth it. That it's worth putting the money then into investing in advertising the service. As a way to play games. Obviously, at this point, Netflix games currently has about 40 games, so that isn't a decent little library. But I kind of feel like Netflix is kind of looking at the future and looking at like what they've got coming up the pipeline, and then they're going to start advertising them. Because soon it might be, I don't know, here's next big AAA game and it's Stranger Things RPG, and then that game might be free on Netflix games, Netflix subscribers and whatnot, and then boom, Netflix games has like 1 million new players and whatnot. We have no confirmation of that, right, obviously. But if that's what Netflix is doing, and they're looking at building up the library first, that makes total sense to me. Another obviously way it could another reason they might not be advertising it much is because obviously they're looking at the numbers as is. Currently there's only like 1.7 million people have or 1.7 million daily concurrent users on Netflix games, and I think that's pretty good for a service that I think really just launched. I mean, that's more than Google Stadia had, so that's showing something. But people were freaking out, going, "Oh, that's like less than 1% of Netflix's subscriber account." And if that is that is true, it is still good because that is still over 1 million people, nearly 2 million people that are using Netflix games, and Netflix is obviously seeing higher attention from that. So that could be another reason Netflix wants to allow word of mouth to go around to help build up, more hype for the next big game, like I don't know, next 2 Hot Handle game or a Stranger Things game or whatever. And the third reason I think is because obviously Netflix wants to focus on making some games first. Because obviously if Netflix has some games that they're proud of, they can just float on their service like, hey, here's Oxenfree 2 or whatever. That could be a huge win for them, and then they can use the whole marketing like, hey, it's on Netflix games, come subscribe to Netflix for a month, for whatever, and then come get this game. But yeah, obviously guys, none of this stuff is confirmed. These are just 3 theories I have on why Netflix games isn't really getting promoted, because it's actually a pretty decent service when you look at it. A lot of the games are actually pretty fun, and are actually worth at least worth a quick game. Relic Hunters is good, Moonlight Tour is good, Strange Things Puzzle Tales is fun. Tons of great games in there. It's just they're not being advertised to their subscribers much, and I do think they could do that better. But obviously, since they're also all on mobile, that's just kind of how it is. Because obviously, a lot of people don't usually use Netflix on mobile; they use it on TVs. But yeah, anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like the video, all that sort of stuff. Share me around on social media. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Do you think any of those reasons have any weight to them on why Netflix games isn't being advertised? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you next one. Peace.